Hello everyone. In this session, we'll be talking about the pie chart in Tableau. A pie chart is a classic data visualization that represents the data in a circular form and it divides it into the slices or sector. Each slice corresponds to a category or a data point, and the size of each slice is the proportional to the quantity it represents. Pie charts are effective for displaying the composition or distribution of a dataset when you want to emphasize the parts to whole relationship. In a pie chart, the entire circle represents the whole dataset, and each slice represents a portion of that whole data. The slices are typically labeled with the categories they represent, and then you can add the data labels or the percentages to provide the additional context. During our practical demonstration in Tableau, we will explore how to create the pie charts to visualize the data composition and distribution. You'll also learn how to assign the dimensions and measures to create the meaningful slices, customize the labels and colors for clarity, and explore the techniques for highlighting the specific slices or exploding the sections of chart. Whether you are visualizing the market share, budget allocations, or survey responses, pie chart offers a straightforward way to convey the data relationships at a glance. So let's go to the Tableau screen and see how we can create the pie chart. So I'm in my Tableau screen and here is an example of pie chart that we will create. I'll be switching to the new sheet and over here you can see that in the show me menu I have this option to create the pie chart. This pie chart would be consisting of one or more dimensions and one or two measures. So these are the minimum requirements that are required to create a pie chart. So let's create the pie chart with the help of a simple category. Let's say I'm trying to analyze what is the market share of the sales that is being done. So for all the markets, I have this sales value. I double clicked on markets and then I double clicked on sales. To convert this kind of chart, the text table in a pie chart, I can click on show me menu and I can choose the pie chart option. The pie chart has been now made. This pie chart is very small in size. So if you want to increase or decrease the size of this pie chart, you can click on this size option and you can try to increase the size. If you still want to increase the size of this pie chart because right now it is very small in nature. So what you can do for that is you can go in the option which fits the visualization in the whole view. So I can go in the standard option and here I can choose the entire option. This would put the chart in the, and on the right hand side you can see I have the legend option which is showing me what each color is trying to represent. So this orange color is showing me the APEC region while this yellow color is showing me the left region. This purple shade of color is showing me the US region. But what if you want to see the labels over here? For that, what you can do is you can drag this market again in the labels option and you would be able to see the labels. If you now want to wish that you don't want to see this legend, you can click over here in the arrow and you can hide this card. Now let's drag this sales again the labels. And this way I would be easily able to see the sales applicable for each of these regions. And I can also see the legend on the right hand side. Now let's talk about formatting this kind of pie chart. At any instant, if you want to change the color of these slices, for that you can go in the color option, go in the edit color option, and here you would be able to see what are the different markets and what is the color for each of them. For now, let me change this EU's color to any different kind of color. Let's say I can double click on this and I can choose a different shade of color. I am choosing this blue shade of color. I can click on OK, apply, and this would change the color of my slice. If you want to see the specific slice, you can do it with the help of clicking on this slice and then you can choose to keep only option. And this would only show you the data applicable for that slice. I'll press Ctrl Z again and bring my legend back where it was. So now let's say I'm having this sales data, but I don't want to see this complete sales. We have already talked about how this pie chart represents the whole of a particular measure, but you want to see the percentage of each kind of measure that you are showing over here. To do that, what I can do is I can go in the analysis option. Over here, I can choose this percentage of option. Right now, it is showing as none. I can choose the column option and it would show me what is the percent of each market in this whole circle. So you can see the US region is having 18.17 share of the whole market. Now let's try to create another kind of pie chart. This time I'm choosing another sheet and I'm choosing the subcategory wise sales. Since the subcategories are a lot more than the previous pie chart that we show, This kind of pie chart would be very hard. Let's try to convert it into pie chart and see what is the basic difference between these two kind of pie charts. Let's fit it in the entire view, close the show me menu, and again bring this subcategory into the labels. Now you can see there are multiple subcategories. If I want to see the profit again as the labels, it would be very hard for me to see what are the values exactly. Because as I am trying to increase the number of slices, it is showing me the value, but these slices are too compact in size. I cannot discriminate between the size of these slices. For example, over here, if you go to this particular slice labels and this slice fasteners, they are having a smaller difference in comparing to the slices, and this would be very hard for me when I'm trying to compare the results of these two slices. So ideally, when we are having three or four kind of categories, then pie chart is very helpful for us. If we are having multiple categories, then it is very hard to depict the difference between those categories. So we ignore this pie chart when we are having multiple categories. So in this session, we saw how to create a pie chart, how can we try to color code the different slices, how we can depict these percentages, and how we are not supposed to use these pie chart when we are having multiple categories. And I hope this session was clear to you. In the next session, we will be talking about the different visualization present in the show me menu. Thank you.